dang, ever dust. More. Love secondhand shopping. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and do a thrift haul. Since I'm currently working on, starting the basement series. If you didn't see my last video, I talked about plans for this year and have a lot that I want to do for that video, so I want to make sure that it's ready before I put it out, especially for the planning, and it's just a little bit of technical things as well that I'm trying to kind of get ready for it. I did get some microphones so that hopefully my sound quality would be better. I've tried to use them a few times already and it's just not working. I might have to look into something else. So until then, right now, this is what the sound is going to be like for a little while. I am filming with a new camera though, so hopefully the quality is a little better in terms of, the video and visual. So please let me know, your thoughts or whatever. And if you know of any good microphones for this kind of thing. I just keep getting really weird sounds when I'm trying to talk. It's just not working. So I'm gonna do a thrift haul. I've collected a lot of things and kind of curated a lot of pieces that I'm really excited to add to the house and put into the house. And so I just wanted to show you what I have kind of gathered. It's been a little bit since I've done a thrift haul for you, and my last one that I did, it didn't have a whole bunch of home decor stuff in it. Actually, it had like a couple of pieces of clothes and and a couple of items, but this one has quite a lot that I've accumulated. Some of them you may have already seen, some of them you may not have, but I'm just going to put it all in this video. I don't even know where to start. I think I'm just going to kind of start picking up what's in front of me and kind of showing you what I've got and why. And I'll try to kind of talk about where I want to put these. I do try to shop and thrift for items that I have something in mind for it. There are obviously some things I'm like, I can't pass that up, so I'll get it, and I may not know where I want to put it yet. But most things I kind of know what I want to do with them. So I'm going to show you one of my favorites first, I think, just to kind of kickstart it. And I'm going to try to remember exactly the prices. If I can't, I apologize. I'll just put unknown, but I wanted to show you this mirror. I'm going to try to show it to you without too much of the glare, but it's just a mirror, like a vanity mirror, but I really loved a lot of like the detail and obviously the color, and I loved the shape. My plan for this mirror is actually when we redo our closet, our primary bedroom closet, I will do a lot of built-ins in there, but I would like to have a place that's more of a shelf situation or like a countertop where this will sit and I can actually like put jewelry on or things like that, just a little bit more up close and personal. But it's a little dirty. It kind of hangs out in the basement right now. That's where a lot of these items sort of live at the moment until those spaces are ready for them. So that's this one here. I really did just love it, and I like the color, and there's nothing that I will change about it at all. And I got it for a really, really, really great price. The next one I'll show you is this vase that I got. I really liked its shape also and the color. Now for vases, I feel like you can put them in a lot of different areas, so I didn't exactly have a plan on where I wanted this particular vase, but I do like the color of it and, like I said, the shape. And so I feel like wherever I do put it, it's where I will want more depth, I think. I have a lot of things that are this color or like a black or an iron. So this vase I thought would be just really pretty with just like maybe one gorgeous flower in it, or some stems that I pick like when it gets closer to fall and the grasses start to go to seed out here. A lot of the wild grasses that are really beautiful I think would look really pretty in here. I am sort of obsessed with candlesticks and candle holders. I just really love them in general, and I think they could be really useful, you know, when you need something somewhere or you need some height even, that could give you a good little bit of height. And so I have a lot of those as well. It's kind of an obsession of mine, actually. I sort of can't stay away from candle holders. It's ridiculous, but when I see a good one that I like, I want to have it. And so I found this one. I really thought it was interesting in terms of the shape of it as well, and you know, it's quite heavy, and you know, so it was really good material, I thought. And actually it just says candle warning. This doesn't tell me at all what it's made from. I really liked it. It's a pretty color, you know, because it's black, but it's not black. And actually it has like a little bit of stuff chipping off of it. So I don't know if it was meant to always be this color or not, because it does look like it could be brass underneath. I'll try to do some close-ups of these items also, so that way you guys can really get a good look at the items themselves. So this is another candle holder. I'll just do the candle holder since we're on it. This one I thought was really beautiful and interesting as well in shape. I really liked the handle. It's quite heavy as well. It is iron too, you know, and it's got a little bit of hammering detail on it. And I just really thought it was, like I said, quite beautiful actually. And I thought this would be really pretty on like some pretty stacks of books or something, you know, or just on a windowsill if I have one big enough. And yeah, I just think candle light in general is something that's really gorgeous to add to all of your home decor anyway. So there's this one. Another candle holder I have. This is a lot more organic, which I really love about it. I really like raw materials, or real materials, I guess you could say, like iron and real brass and real stone. I try really hard not to go with anything plastic or, you know, not real. And I just really liked this candle holder. I mean, it's really simple. It's just a rock. And if you've seen some of my reels at all, you'll probably see that I actually use some stones for doorstops in my house. And I just like that organic feel of it, and it's heavy. I loved that this one actually had a lot of brown in it, and so it's like very warm and not super cool in color. And again, this could be moved around in the house too. Another candle holder that I found, or even just like a little tray that you could put like little trinkets in or something if you didn't want to use for candles, is this. It's made out of wood. It's solid wood, but it's just hand carved. I don't know, I just really liked the shape and how it was longer but not crazy long, and so I thought this could be really beautiful on, you know, a table with some books under it or something, just plain like this, even without candles in it. I just really liked it a lot and was drawn to it. So there's another little candle holder for you. And the color was really nice too, and rich. So this was one of my more recent ones that I found, and I am sort of obsessed with it. So I think in my last video as well, I kind of mentioned a little bit about how my husband and I, we really like to cook and, you know, just kind of spend time together and everything outside. So when I saw this little chimenea, I thought it would be perfect for our dining table outside. We actually do have a dining table that I got last year that's sitting on the porch. It's covered a lot of the time. We don't really use it right now because we don't like to spend time back there at the moment. But when we start working on it, I think it'll be a little easier to spend more time back there. But I really thought this chimenea was quite cute. I thought it would add a little bit of romance to the area if we decided we wanted to have dinner outside with a little fire. And it came with this stand, which was really great. They did actually, whoever owned it before, burned candles in it, so I'll have to get those out of there obviously, but it just sits really nicely. I'll try to show you in the stand. There you go. In the stand, which is really cute. I like that the stand was black. I loved the coloring and the variation on the actual chimenea itself. and you know how it almost looks like burnt a little bit. I really liked it. My husband thought it was cool. This candle holder here as well, it's currently got a little candle in it that I put in it, but I just liked how it had a little handle. Again, I would probably put this, like style it on a shelf, or you know, books, or like a table or something. Where I have had it already is like on a table, or I've had it on media console and things like that, just on some books or what have you. And I just really like the color again with the depth of it, and that's little, seems to just be a theme with me. I like this iron kind of metal. This one I think is probably more aluminum than it is like an iron, although this piece feels more sturdy like an iron. But anyway, I really liked this one as well, and it's coloring, and it looks really cute with like a little Trader Joe's candle in it. Another candle holder that's a little bit different is this tea light lamp. Now, I still have to clean this up actually. It's still a little sticky from the tape. It really bothers me that they put tape on things, but I get it also, you know. But anyway, it has a little hole up top for, you know, the flame in the fire, so this doesn't get that hot or anything. And then it has like a little harp basically that the shade sits on, and you just set a little tea light candle inside, and you can light it. And this one's already quite burnt down. You may have seen a little snippet of this if you saw the video of me making my toddler's Christmas present. I did have this in it a little bit, just for like a little twinkle light in there, but I really like this. I thought this would be really charming actually, either on a tabletop or bedside, you know, just somewhere quaint and unexpected, even maybe in a bathroom. I just really like it, and I thought the shape was really pretty. I thought that the cuteness of how tiny this was cute, and then, you know, I really enjoyed it. I just really liked it, and I had to have it, so I got it. Another candle item would be this, sorry, it's a little dusty, this platter, you know, just candle stand for a big pillar candle or something, or even just like a couple of little pillar candles. Right now, it just kind of has an actual candle jar on it. I really like it too. I liked the color again. I just feel like with a lot of design elements that I lean towards with the lighter colors on the walls, and then a lot of the bigger pieces of furniture, I'm hoping whenever we get to our living room, the couch and sofa will be much lighter and neutral in color too. And I just think little things like this just kind of add to that depth, like I was saying before. You know, like a rich colored piece of wood as a shelf, I just feel like this just adds more, and so I really liked the color of this as well. The next one I will show you, it's actually a set of two that I got, are these other candle holders. These are iron as well, and you know, they're different heights. One's just slightly shorter than the other, but I really loved these. And a lot of the ones that I see like this have that like curvy, curly moments, you know, and I'm not a huge fan of like the super windy bits, and so I really liked that this just kind of was more simple, I guess. And it had these little ball details here, and then the feet were really nice as well. And it kind of actually reminds me a lot of kind of what's trending a little bit right now with the feet of things like lamps and candle holders and things like that, where there's 3 of them. It reminded me a lot of that, and I liked it. And I thought these would be really nice for some added height, you know, where we might need some more height, whether that be on an entry table or something, or even just on the floor. Just that tiny bit of height might be nice as well. I think candles and candle holders, I feel like you can't really go wrong with a lot of times. It just adds that ambiance and coziness, I feel like, to a house, and that's why I like them. So I have those. You probably saw, if you've seen the reel or the, you know, my Christmas decor in general, you've probably seen this candle holder that has the pine cones. I just made these beeswax candles for them, but it is extremely heavy. It's iron as well, and I cleaned out all the old candle wax and cleaned it all up, and it looked really nice. It is currently sitting out still since we're still in winter, and I feel like this is still winter decor because of the pine cones and everything. And then the beeswax candles are just, I don't know, they're so like old world and elegant in my opinion. And I just really like the natural beeswax color too, even though it's a little more yellowy than I tend to go for. It just adds this level of like warmth. They're a little long now, I gotta trim them, but I like having that little bit of candlelight. It's sweet, which I really like. Speaking of candles, I also have these candles. So I got these in a bag just like this. These are actually is a grab bag. And these are actually Hobby Lobby candles that you can get, you know, and these ones are ones I have not burnt. These I have burnt already because we used them during Thanksgiving. You know, we had our older kids with us this year for Thanksgiving, and I like to set the table really beautifully and like bring out our glasses and our dishware and things and have candlelight. And so these are the ones that I used for that tablescape. I really love these a lot actually. I have these candle holders that are a set of three, maybe four, that I got a while ago from Tuesday morning before they went out of business. But it was a whole set that I had gotten, and they actually fit perfectly in it. And I love how they're just slightly bigger than it even. I just really love them. And I think that they work really well with the candle, the shape of candle. I have purchased at Hobby Lobby candles just like this in another color. They were like a kind of like a blue color, and I liked putting them in here. And so when I found these, and it was a bag of 5, I snatched them up because they hadn't been burnt yet. And I just know how expensive each candle is. If I can find the price, I think they were like $2.99 each. And I got the entire bag for maybe about that price. So I was like, yes, please. And the color is gorgeous. Next thing is this heavy sucker here. Pestle and mortar. We had one that was wooden, and my husband and I've mentioned this before, love to cook. I mean, love to cook. So we actually do use a pestle and mortar occasionally. Well, ours was made of wood that we had before, and it's just kind of a pain. The upkeep was a pain, and it actually ended up cracking a little bit. And so when I saw this one at the thrift store, I was really excited. So this one is not a volcanic, oh my gosh, I can't, if I remember what they're called, I'll put the name down there at the bottom. But it's not one of those. It's actually a granite version. And so I just cleaned it up really good. And we have used it a few times, and it just hangs out in our kitchen. It's extremely heavy. The pestle is nice. And I really like it. It's sturdy. I know it's not going to crack on us, and that's why I got it. I just really, really love it. Ooh. It's really heavy though. One of the other items that I've gotten that you might have seen on my Instagram reels is it's a little dusty too. Man, I gotta dust better. I don't know, it's getting a little dusty. And it's got maybe some oil from cooking. It currently houses our garlic, but it is a garlic keeper that I had found, and I actually loved that it was solid color all the way through and that it wasn't terracotta. There's some that I've seen garlic keepers, you know, that I just don't love. I don't love the shape, I don't love the color. And so when I saw this one, it actually has a really beautiful green undertone. It's not all black. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's beautiful. And I just love it, and it just sits on our counter, and we use fresh garlic constantly, almost every dish. And so I really, really loved that I found it. And I feel like this one was actually handmade. I tried to Google Lens image search the the little stamp in there, and I couldn't really find anything. So yeah, I thought it was just beautiful, and I really liked it, the color of it and the shape and everything. And so moving on, so the next item that I have picked up was this pillow. Now I did another reel and on TikTok as well, video of me thrift shopping. I did get some comments obviously about like, oh, stay away from pillows and all. I promise you that I wash everything when I bring it home from the thrift store. That includes items. You know, like I said, I still have to get a lot of I've been relaxed on things like this, but I do need to still do those, but I do wash everything. This has been through the sanitize cycle in our wash, and typically I don't love to get pillows without like a zipper to where I could take the case off, but I really loved this one, and I really liked the texture, and I liked the coloring, and I just thought it was perfect, so I picked it up. And it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like a little over $1 or something, and so I was really happy actually with this purchase. Ooh, another item that I got was this cute jar. It currently is holding a couple of the pieces for another thing here. I don't really know what I'm going to put in this yet because it's not like perfectly sealed or anything. It doesn't have like a rubber seal on it. And this was handmade as well, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't have any writing on it or anything, but why I think that is because the lid doesn't fit perfectly. It's very imperfect, but I really like that about it. And it had like a brother, sister, whatever piece to it, but the coloring was weird. It had like blue, which I'm not a huge fan of blue, but this one had green, which is one of the colors for our color scheme of our house. And so I was really excited when I saw this one, and I really enjoyed it. And so I'll find something to put in it for the kitchen, actually, even if it's just, I would put coffee pods in here for an espresso machine. Maybe I'll put the overflow, but we have one of the little drawer organizers, so I'm just not too sure what I'm gonna put in it yet, but I will find something. So the next item that I found at the thrift store, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I wanna do with it. So I'll put in a little image of what it looked like before. It was blue. And so when I brought it home, that's what the pieces are for down there. It's a candle holder that hangs on the wall, okay? I brought it home, I got all the blue off, I had seen all this brass, and I thought, oh, please, please, please be all brass. Right? How gorgeous. And, well, it wasn't. It was black metal. My husband was right with that. And so it was like powder coated, and so it started to rust, and so I had to clean all the rust off because I soaked it twice. I still didn't get all the blue paint off of it, but I'm probably going to end up painting it all black because I'm really not into that two-tone. I don't like that at all. I know some people would do, and I'm not loving the fact that I would be painting over brass. Like, that kind of breaks my heart. And so I'm debating on whether or not I should try to imitate brass on this part so I can keep the brass here, but it won't age the same. That annoys me. And, you know, because like, look, it's already starting to age really beautifully, and I just wish that it was all of it for that exact reason. But, you know, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers, right? And I found this for like a few dollars at the thrift store, and I really loved it, and I've been seeing them everywhere. And every time I see it, I'm like, I want one of those, I want one of those. And I'm gonna have to play around with it on exactly where I want to put this, and obviously when I decide what color to paint it. So if you have any ideas, let me know down below. You know, leave me a comment or something on this video and just give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear. Another item that I got recently was this little pot. So you've seen this in my one of my videos. I think it was the undecorate one that I showed you, that I had found this one years and years after I'd found another one that was similar in color, very similar in shape, and almost they looked like they were of a set, honestly. And so I got this one, and I just put like one of the little trees in it that we already had. It was a little fake tree from Target that was like more wintry. It's actually just sitting out there, and yeah, I really like it. It was just a couple bucks and it went with one I already had. And I like pots that are like this. You know, I do like terracotta, but that orange just really throws me off. And so I try to find more natural looking pots. Let's do this little guy here, which I really love. It's a very interesting basket. I tried to Google image search this one too. A lot of times I'm like not having very good luck with Google image search. So I'm not entirely certain what style of basket this is, you know, or what it was meant for. I like to know what things were meant for, you know, because I would like to use it for similar things, but I really liked I had some acorn squash in this with, you know, that green color was really beautiful in the basket over the fall. And I just had it kind of on our island, and then I moved it from the island to the table, and then it just kind of made its way back down to the basement, mainly because of the items around it. I don't love our dining room table, and I wish our island was bigger, but it's not. And so once I redo those spaces, I know I will find the perfect place for this item as well. I might even just leave it empty. I love it. I like the coloring of it and everything, and I have cleaned this basket as well already, which is really nice. It might be a little dusty because it's been in the basement for a little bit, but I really love it, and I think it'll add a lot of warmth to an area, which I love. So another basket that you may have already seen as well is this one. I really like this one. It's very fragile actually on the handle, but I still really love it. I liked the shape of it and everything, and the coloring of it was really beautiful to me too. And I just thought it would be really pretty with just some pieces of like wood in it, even empty. You know, I've thought about putting like a couple of blankets in it next to the couch or something. Again, a lot of the things that I have right now are just older and not really the style that we want or anything, so it's hard for me to envision things and set them next to them and start to use them, and then I'm just like, it doesn't work, you know, and then it makes me not happy, and so I can't look at it. It's so shallow and terrible, but that's just how I feel. And when I'm in my home, I want to feel like, okay, this is okay, you know, that I'm comfortable here, and eventually we will get to I love it, and that's what I want. And so it's really hard for me to put things in a spot where I'm like, everything else around it is terrible. But I really like this basket, and I'm really excited to be able to use it as well. So okay, this is one of my I can't believe I found this kind of thing. This bowl, oh my God, it's driving me nuts. There. Again, this is sitting in the basement currently because our table is not that large, and this really overpowers the table right now. But this bowl, it's actually from Pier 1. It says it on the bottom, but I found it at Goodwill, and I loved it. I really liked the color, and I really liked all of this detail and how large it was. I had a bunch of pears in it actually for the fall, and oh, the brown pears, you know, oh my God, I think they're a Bartlett. Is that the type? Is it a Bartlett? Anyway, loved it. I really am glad that I found that. So I also found this bag it was a grab bag, and it had a bunch of pomegranates, dried pomegranates in it. These are real. And it also had like a few artichokes in it as well. And I really like the pomegranate the most, and it had quite a lot in here, and that's why I got it, because I thought this would be a really beautiful bowl filler, especially when fall starts to come around, or the winter time. There's a lot of pomegranates, you know, when they're ready in the season. I think it's later later into the summer and towards the fall when pomegranates start to be ready. And so I'll have to look that up to make sure. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the video, of course. But I really love the color of these a lot because they weren't too red, they weren't too like purpley. They have this sort of brown undertone to them, and I really like them. And so I wanted to use them as decor in a bowl filler or something like that. And I thought they would actually be really beautiful in this bowl, right? Gorgeous. All right, so here's another thing. I'm almost done actually. I found this frame. I actually really liked the frame. And that's why I got it, was because of the frame and the mat. I do love, of course, ornate brass frames. Who doesn't? Or maybe some people don't actually. But I really liked this one. It needs cleaned up a lot. I don't love the picture in it. Now, when I did Google image search this actually is like a famous, it's from an artist. I don't remember his name. I'll pop it up, and the actual painting if I find it. But this is just like a print, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out and put my own in it. One that goes more with our, you know, our color scheme and our palette that we want for the house. I'm not a huge red person. I love poppies though, which are what these are. And I really love like little daisies and Queen's Anne lace, I believe is what these flowers are called. I do like all these flowers and all these elements, but the colors just aren't quite right. Really nice. It has like the picture wire, which is really great. So just having to replace the actual print inside. This one I actually showed in my last video as well. When I went back to the thrift store, I actually liked the frame a lot. It was just nice, cute gold. I think it's metal, like a little bit of maybe aluminum. But I liked the coloring, and like the little black speckles on it were really nice. The print I don't love too much, but I'm fine with that because I'll just change that out. The print is cute. It's just like a school teacher with some kids. It is cute. So I don't know what I'll do with the print yet, but I liked the frame. And then this story is still crazy to me. When I went, and if you would have seen the reel for, you know, just like thrifting with me, I actually did not buy this at that time. I put it back. And then I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it over and over and over again. And I was so bummed out that I didn't have it. And we had like a winter storm that had happened shortly after we had went to the thrift store. And I was like, please, 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 please still have it when I go back. Because in my head, I'm like, nobody went shopping. I manifested like nobody's business because I go back there and it's there. And on top of that, the color tag that it was on sale. So it worked out beautifully. And I got the frame that I wanted. Now the picture I do not want, but I love the frame a lot. The detail is just so pretty. The color was really beautiful already. So I didn't have to change that. I'll just have to change the picture on the inside. And I don't know what I'll use inside it yet. You know, it's a little messy. Oh wait, that's, my daughter put lotion on it apparently. You're welcome, YouTube. It's like healing ointment or something. She just wiped it on there. Anyway, I still have to clean it, but you know, I like it. And I'm really happy that I found it and had, and that they still had it, honestly. So this is actually currently sitting downstairs. My mother is still visiting, and so I had placed this like jug just down there, you know, decorated her little area for a little bit in the basement since she's staying with us for a little while. And I don't know if I love it, to be honest. I got it because I did like it, and now I just feel like maybe it's just a little too primitive. I like things a little bit more organic, you know, so I don't know, not that this isn't exactly, but I'm not entirely sure if I love this or not. I might actually end up giving this to one of my sisters, depending on who likes it more. And so I just don't know. It's not meant to be used for liquid or anything. It says on the bottom, actually, do not use for food, not food safe. So it's just meant to be something decorative. And so I just put a bunch of these Amazon branches in it for my mom, for downstairs, just for, I don't know, some little bit of something. All right, so we're gonna move on to books. I don't tend to pick up a ton of books. I like, of course, to find coffee table books and books that inspire me, but I don't want to get something just because it has a nice cover. I really like to get things that I like what's on the inside of them as well, or mean something to us. So these two books, actually, I really like the color of, with the brown and the green color, you know, and I picked the first one up. It's called Our National Parks, because my husband, he works for the Forest Service, and I just thought the info was kind of cool, and it just reminded me of him a lot. And so I thought it would be interesting. It is a much older book, obviously. It's probably, things would be a little bit more updated now, I'm sure, but I really liked it, and I thought of him when I saw it, and the color of it did happen to be really nice. I liked it for him, and it reminds me of him. So that's why I got it. Another one that I got was this one. It's America's Forgotten Architecture. I liked it because it was about architecture, and even though it's older, I really felt like I could get some really good inspiration from in here in terms of, you know, materials or shapes, or just, I don't know. I feel like you can get so much from different things, like visually. You can see inspiration anywhere, whether it is architecture, a painting, a picture of a room, you know, anything, nature itself. I just really liked it, and I loved a lot of the pieces within this as well. A lot of the pictures are black and white, but I like the contents. Oh, something just fell out of it. I like the contents a lot, and I liked a lot of the images, and I like reading about architecture and its importance and the design aspect. Okay, so typically I don't gravitate towards blue. This is like a blue, black, blue, navy. It's more navy, but I really liked the contents in it. It's filled with a lot of photography. It's Vietnam, actually, I'm sorry. It's called Requiem. So I really love how it's dusty too. Dang, ever dust more. Requiem. I really liked how simple it looked, and it's really beautiful. Again, I don't really gravitate towards navy or blues, but I just really thought this was pretty, and I really like the contents. Some of it can be a lot, but the photography in it's really beautiful. I'll show you one that may be not so heavy. I really thought the photography was really pretty and moving. I think that's why I liked it a lot. My grandfather was in the military during the Vietnam War as well. I believe he was mostly stationed in Germany, so he didn't actually go into Vietnam. Like I said, it was really moving to me. I actually found it in a consignment shop over by our house. And there are like some really graphic images in here as well that are very hard to look at. Yeah. I don't know, I like photography that sort of moves you, I guess. Art in general. Yeah, so that's another book that I purchased. And then I found a ton of children's books. Now, one of my goals again for this year, like I've explained in the previous video, is to hopefully finish the basement and then be able to have our daughter, our youngest daughter, our toddler, Willow, have her own room finally. She lives in our room, which is where we're at right now. Found a lot of really great children's books. I do try to get ones that I know she's gonna like, you know, and I try like some of them to see if they're really pretty, but other than that, I just want hardcover books. Like I really like hardcover books over paperback. Some books obviously don't come in paper or come like that, but I just got a few. So if you've ever seen Miss Spider's Tea Party, it's from the same creator. So I got this for her room eventually. I saw this one, which I don't know what it was. I just really liked it. The Boy in the Blue Moon. My daughter loves the moon. She's kind of obsessed with it. Anytime that she sees it, she's like, oh my God, Mom, look it. And look at the cover. It's just so beautiful. And I just really like it. So I picked this one up for her bedroom. Something about me, I guess you could say, is I actually really love children's books and movies and art and kids in general. I think that's why I love to make toys. I'm just really attracted to that. It just kind of reminds me of my inner childhood, I think. And illustrations, I love illustrative work, and I really liked these. That's why I got this book. It looked really stinking cute, and I love the illustrations in it, and I just, that's so cute. I love them. And the obviously hardback again, and look at the cover of this one. This one is just perfect. It's perfection. I really love it. It's simple and it's cute. And yeah, so I picked that up for her room too, and I'm really excited. She hasn't read any of these yet because I'm trying to keep them nice for when she can. She still tries to tear up books right now, so we're trying to not let that happen. Tea with Grandpa was another one that I saw and found, and I thought that was adorable. And it's just a cute cover. I mean, it's, you know, it's the same as the dust cover, but nothing crazy. But the art in it is simple and colorful and pretty and cute, and so I really liked this one. And it's one that she can read. As she learns to read, it'll be a little bit easier for her to read. So love that one. This one, I love fairy tales. I actually am really into like you know, the Grimm fairy tales as well. I always have been since I was a kid. I kind of like that a lot. And so when I saw a fairy tale book, now this one's just a little bit different. This is Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale book, and it did get a little water damaged when our basement flooded, but I was able to save it. So it's not too terribly damaged, but it's huge, which is what I like. It's huge and it's super colorful, and it's got all these gorgeous fairy tales in it. And yeah, so I thought she would love it. Next one I got, and because of the art, again, I got it because of the art. It's called The Princess and the Happiness. And this one got just a little water damaged as well. It actually got stuck to another book when we had a flood, but I was able to save this one too. But it is just the cutest little art in it. Like, look at that. The imagination of illustrators sometimes really amazes me. I wish that I could be that creative, you know? This one I got recently. This is Paris. It says it's a children's classic. Now, I don't really know for sure. I mean, it's in English, but I don't know where it was from. I've never heard of it, but I really liked the art in it as well, and that it was big, and it's red, and so, you know, that pop of red. No, I'm just playing. That's not why I got it, but I did like it, and she grabbed it, so that's why I got it. This one I really, really liked the art in it as well. Library Lion. Yeah, this one was a New York Times bestseller apparently, but I really like to me this looks a lot like colored pencil. Maybe some watercolor as well, I'm not sure, but I really like the illustrations in it as well. The softer colors are really pretty, but I really liked it, and she likes lions and big cats and animals, and I liked the cover. I love how simple that is as well, so I really thought that was nice. I got this one a while back. It's Puss in Boots, you know. This one is a bit of an older version of Puss in Boots, I think. My husband's already read it to her actually after I bought it, and it's a little bit more like, some of the details in it are like, oh man, you know, where I think one of it's like where he kind of goes after a mouse or eats a mouse or something, I don't know, but anyway, I really like it, and I love the cover. Like, that is just, without the dust cover, that's really beautiful. The brown, so rich. It's like chocolate. It's very pretty. You know, I just thought this would be a really nice video so that you can kind of see, hopefully, a little bit of the elements that I'm hoping to add into the house eventually. I do love secondhand shopping. I've loved it forever. I mean, this chair is a secondhand chair. That is probably one of my husband and my favorite pieces of furniture. Actually, we love it so much. And it cost me $30, and it, you know, I bought it years and years and years and years and years ago. And so, yeah, I really love it. I like secondhand shopping and giving things new purpose. So if you really liked this video, if you enjoyed it, please let me know, so that way I can do more of these. I will be happy to share them. I like these types of videos, that's why I'm filming them. And again, hopefully the next video that you will see will be the first episode of the basement. I'm working really hard to try to make that happen for you, so that way you can actually start to see the basement series and our plans for it. I'm really excited about getting that video live and out. I'm just trying to make it really good, and I was trying to work on having better sound quality, so I do apologize if it's really not great. I am working towards that as well. So again, if you have any you know, microphones or anything that you use that you like, let me know so that way I can try them out. The ones I just happen to get, I'm not happy with the quality, so back to square one with that. But I will continue to work on making the videos better for y'all, and yeah, so I'll see you in a couple of Tuesdays, and I hope you guys have a great, you know, couple of weeks.